Medical. He had that medical yesterday. It's complete now, and we're waiting for confirmation from Newcastle that Aaron Ramsdale is a goalkeeper for this coming season, because it's a loan deal with Newcastle having an option next summer to make that permanent. So look, they'll be pleased they've got a player in. Eddie Howe will be pleased he's got a player in that he knows very well. He was manager of him at Bournemouth. Of course, he signed him for Bournemouth, and he's a good character, isn't he? He's an England international, and he will battle Nick Pope for the gloves next season. I expect Nick Pope to start the season as number 1, Ramsdale as 2, and it'll be up to Ramsdale to try and win the gloves off his England counterpart. But yeah, they'll be pleased they've got a player in. Disappointed it's not James Trafford, because that was the one they were hanging their hat on. He, of course, went to Manchester City. Newcastle turned their attentions to Ramsdale. And once that one's done, they now need to bring in at least one striker. If Isak goes, they'll need to bring in 2, and they need to bring in a central defender, and I think probably another midfielder as well. So look, I'm expecting Newcastle to be busy over the next month. They've been busy over the last 6 weeks or so without actually doing much. There's been a lot to talk about, a lot of speculation, a lot of missed opportunities. They really need to start landing some players now. So they'll be pleased they've got Ramsdale in to join Anthony Elanga, but it's going to be a busy few weeks up here in the northeast as Newcastle try and get their squad ready for the Champions League this season.
Yeah, busy few weeks for you, my friend. Thank you, Keith. Right, we've got some more breaking transfer news to bring you, because Leicester City have accepted a bid worth £2 million from Wrexham for defender Connor Cody. He's due in Wales today for a medical and to discuss personal terms. Let's get back to our Isak chat, though. I just want to get the players' perspective from you, Jay, and also whether you think it's going to happen. I mean, what's going through his head right now to go back to his old club and train there by himself? It's not a great look, is it? And what do you think is going to be the end result of all this? Do you think he will get the move he wants?
Well, first of all, I said it at the end of last season. He already had his head turned. I mean, that's just the nature of the game now. Obviously, I can't confirm that, but knowing the way football goes, when you've been that successful, his agent will be doing his job, which is speaking to other teams to see if they're going to put in that, if their interest. Now, he won the League Cup, which was great with Newcastle. He had a few great seasons. He's arguably the best number 9 in the world. And inevitably, the best players in the world want to play at the biggest clubs in the world and challenging. And when you look at Liverpool, who has been reported want to sign him, they have made some unbelievable signings this year, and they are legitimate title contenders straight away again, and Champions League contenders straight away. I do think that he was very professional last year, but then I think that the way
is a bit strange.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Eddie Howe didn't handle this the best way, which is, first of all, we said there's an injury, then it was his head's not right. And then they've obviously gone away. Then there was a transfer request. That came because obviously he's upset with the way the situation was handled. I think Eddie Howe should have just kept him with the squad. It probably could have maybe enticed him to stay a bit more, but now I feel like the transfer is going to happen. From when you give in a transfer request, you've pushed the move. I feel like it will happen now.
I just want to touch on, if he does make it to Liverpool, what their potential strongest 11 could look like. As you mentioned, the kind of window that they've had. And if Alexander Isak arrives, you're going to end up, Dan, having Isak and Salah, 2 top scorers in the Premier League, playing together. Florian Wirtz, who they've just broken the bank.
That's a new Galacticos.
Well, basically, yeah. I mean, when you look at that squad, I mean, it's frightening.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got to be the heavy favourites, haven't they, to win the Premier League, if you look at that squad?
Absolutely. And I think,
100%.
first of all, you have to give Arne Slot so much credit and his Liverpool side to achieve what they did last season without making any significant signings, because that has allowed, as well as their sales, that spree. And you look at that front 3, for example, Mohamed Salah, Alexander Isak, to the best goal scorers last season in one team, with Hugo Ekitike, who has still so much to improve in his game. You have 3 forwards there, completely different parts of their careers, you would say, probably, which, if you're Slot, you must be incredibly, as well as the fan base, incredibly excited.
But Dan, also, like you said there, one thing I love about Liverpool's business is they've signed starters.
Yeah.
Right? Most teams will sign, players that can fit into the squad.
Yeah.
Players that are going to come and improve, the depth and whatnot. Arsenal's done that. Man City's done that to a point. But you look at that Liverpool team, they have legitimately gone and signed starters. Kirk has had an unbelievable season. He's one of the best left backs out there now.